All right, imagine this for a second. You hear that unmistakable Corvette growl, but this time, there's something new behind it. Something sharper, faster, and honestly, a little bit wild. Today we're talking about the upcoming 2026 Corvette ZR1 Hybrid. And if you're even remotely a car person, this one is gonna get your heart rate up. So let's start with the way this thing looks, because wow, the 2026 ZR1 Hybrid doesn't try to be subtle at all. It looks like Chevrolet basically said, let's build the angriest Corvette we possibly can. The front end is lower and wider with massive air intakes that don't feel like decoration. They feel like they're there to feed a monster. The hood is aggressive, sculpted, and likely vented to help manage all the heat this car is going to produce. From the side, the stance is just ridiculous. Wide body panels, huge wheels, and that classic mid-engine Corvette profile that still somehow feels futuristic. And around the back, expect a big wing, bold diffuser, and quad exhaust that makes it very clear this is not a base model. It's a Corvette, yes, but it's also a statement. Now, let's talk about the big headline feature, the hybrid powertrain. And before anyone panics, no, this is not about being boring or quiet. This is about being faster. The ZR1 Hybrid is expected to combine a brutally powerful twin-turbo V8 with electric assistance, likely sending power to the front wheels while the gas engine handles the rear. That means instant torque, insane launches, and traction that feels almost unfair. We're talking supercar level performance here, possibly pushing well past 1,000 horsepower when everything is working together. The electric side isn't there to replace the engine's personality, it's there to amplify it. Faster acceleration, better balance, and more control when you really push the car. What's exciting is how this setup could change the driving experience. Imagine coming out of a corner and the electric motor instantly fills any gap in power while the turbos spool up. The car just goes. No waiting, no hesitation, just pure forward motion. And because the battery and motor are carefully integrated into the chassis, the weight distribution should actually help handling rather than hurt it. This isn't hybrid for the sake of trends. This is hybrid for lap times. Now, here's where things get really interesting. There's a lot of talk about this Corvette being more versatile than ever before. No, it's not suddenly turning into an SUV, but there are hints that Chevrolet wants this ZR1 Hybrid to handle rougher roads and different driving conditions better than past Corvettes. With advanced suspension systems, adjustable ride height, and smarter traction control, it could handle imperfect roads, steep driveways, and even light off-road situations far more confidently. Think more along the lines of supercar that doesn't panic when the road isn't perfect. That's a big deal, especially for owners who actually want to drive their cars, not just park them. Step inside, and this is where the 2026 model really shows how far Corvette has come. The interior is expected to feel more premium, more focused, and more driver-centric than ever before. High-quality materials, carbon fiber accents, and a cockpit-style layout that makes you feel like you're sitting in a fighter jet. The digital displays should be sharper and more customizable, giving you everything from performance data to navigation without feeling overwhelming. And thankfully, Chevrolet seems to be listening to feedback, so expect a cleaner layout with controls that actually make sense while driving fast. The seats are likely to be deeply bolstered, keeping you locked in during aggressive driving, but still comfortable enough for longer trips. This is something Corvette has gotten really good at lately, balancing hardcore performance with real-world comfort. You can imagine daily driving this car, and then the moment you switch modes, it turns into a track weapon. Now, let's talk money, because this is where reality kicks in. The ZR1 Hybrid is not going to be cheap. Expect pricing well into six figures, possibly starting around the mid-$150,000 range, or even higher depending on options. And yes, that's a lot for a Corvette. But here's the thing, when you compare it to what you're getting, it starts to make sense. We're talking performance that rivals or beats cars costing 2 or 3 times as much. Ferrari, Lamborghini, McLaren, those are the names this Corvette is aiming at, and not just in straight-line speed, but overall capability. When you look back at past Corvette ZR1 models, this new one feels like the natural evolution. The older ZR1s were all about raw power and brute force. Incredible cars, no doubt, but they were still very traditional. The 2026 ZR1 Hybrid takes that legacy and drags it into the future. It keeps the American V8 soul, but adds modern technology that makes it faster, smarter, and more adaptable. Compared to the standard C8 or even the Z06, this is a whole different animal. More power, more presence, and more ambition. What really makes this exciting is how it says about Corvette as a brand. Chevrolet isn't playing it safe anymore. They're not just building a great sports car for the price, they're building a world-class supercar that just happens to wear a Corvette badge. The ZR1 Hybrid feels like a message to the entire automotive world. America is here, and it's not backing down. So if all of this comes together the way it's expected to, the 2026 Corvette ZR1 Hybrid could be one of the most important performance cars of the decade. A car that blends old-school muscle with next-generation tech, that looks insane, drives even crazier, and still manages to undercut the competition on value. And honestly, that's exactly what Corvette has always been about, pushing limits and making supercar dreams a little more accessible. If this is the future of Corvette, I don't know about you, but I'm all in.